Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is this collaboration with Lierie. I hope I'm pronouncing their Instagram name page correctly. I will leave a link down below for you guys to check out their page, but they sent me an email to do a inspirational makeup look, and my inspiration was Sapphire. So this is the look I came up with for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. Alrighty guys, so I've been trying to figure out how to get into this look. I did do this eye, just a simple kind of normal eyeshadow look. On this side, this eyebrow is done, this eyebrow is halfway done. I've never done nothing like this before, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So I'm just gonna try to do my eyes first like I normally do. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and finish off this brow. I did fill it in the front, but I didn't do anything to the back because this brow is going to look totally different from this brow as far as color. So I'm going into my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I'm just going to take an angle brush, and I'm taking a dark blue shade in this palette to finish filling in my eyebrows. That gradient effect from my normal eyebrow color to this blue like color. So I am bringing a little bit into the brown and then just dragging it out. I'm just gonna take my spoolie and kind of just brush in that blue with the brown so it's not like a straight line there. Does that make sense? To clean out my brows, I'm just going to take the same concealer palette from Measurable Difference. There's 6 concealer palette. And I'm using the same shades I would normally use to conceal my eyebrows to like clean it up. Okay, so this brow is done. This is quite weird because I haven't done anything like this before. So now I'm going to get into the eye look that I want to do on this side of my eye. I'm just going to take a concealer, and I'm just going to use one of the lighter shades in that same concealer palette. So I'm using like this middle shade here. Place that all over this lid here. Now I'm going to set that with my Maybelline Shine Free powder. For my transition color, for this look, I'm probably going to be using this palette for the full look. So I'm going to take this light blue shade and the blue shade next to it to use as a transition color. I just want something light to kind of go in the crease area there to help us prepare for this blue. And I'm just going to make sure I blend that out really well. Another eyeshadow brush and a little bit of that translucent powder and go up here where the edge is, just kind of blend that out because it's looking a little bit clownish and we're not trying to go that route. I'm gonna go in with this dark blue. I'm actually mixing it with the blue next to it, just kind of tapping into both of these, and this is the color I'm going to use all over the lid and into the crease also. Pop a little bit. I'm gonna take the darkest blue in this palette, and I'm gonna really get in there, and I'm gonna really pop that into the crease because I really want some dark blue, and I'm gonna really hit it on the outer edge of this eye into the crease. And it's looking a little messy, but it's gonna be okay because all of this is gonna get covered up. I'm just gonna blend out some of those edges. And then I'm going to go back into that darkest blue color and really work that into the crease. concealer just to kind of pop this blue kind of in the center right here where there's no eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna pop some concealer here and just blending out those edges of the concealer. Then I'm gonna take a flat eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna take this blue shade here. It's really royal, and I'm gonna pop that on top of that concealer. Little flat brush going into that darkest shade, and I'm gonna hit the outer edges of my eye and the inner corner of my lid here. And I'm gonna dip a little bit into the black. This black is very pigmented, so I will be very careful, and I'm just gonna tap it on the outer and the inner just to kind of darken those blues up so that this center blue can really pop. And then I'll just take it into the crease a little. Okay, I'm gonna clean my brush because I want to go back into that lighter blue to add a little bit more to the center. For glitter, I don't have like a royal blue or a sapphire blue color, so I have this kind of teal glitter that you guys have seen before. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this, and I'm hoping that it'll take the color of the blue underneath if I only use a little bit of the glitter. So I'm taking some glitter glue from e.l.f., that same flat eyeshadow brush, packing it on the center where I put that blue, taking the opposite side of that brush, dipping it into the glitter, and packing it where the glitter glue is. So it's giving you a teal kind of look, but it still takes on that blue that's underneath it. So hopefully it's giving us that sapphire kind of, you know, look going on. And I do kind of like it. It's really pretty. Okay, so for the face, I'm going to do the same foundation kind of routine for the face because I need to get foundation on both sides of my face. I'm just going to prime my face with some primer, the Shea Moisture Mattifying Primer. I'm going to take my Sapphire foundation, take a few pumps of this, take my foundation brush, and I'm just going to rub this around. I'm just going with this brush and kind of clean up this foundation. It's way too much. Concealer, I'm going to use my NARS concealer for both sides. For powder, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and set this concealer. I'm loving this blue eye. And then I'm going to contour my cheeks with the BH Cosmetics contour palette set here. So on this side, I'm going to contour just a little bit extra than I normally would. And this time I'm just doing a very light contour like I would for any other, you know, contouring, you know, application. Then I'm going to just set my face with my pressed powder. Okay, so here's where things get a little interesting. I decided that I want to kind of do half of my face different. So we want to divide our face in half. So I'm just going to take a brown, if I can find it, a brown eyebrow pencil, and I'm just going to draw a line. It doesn't matter how precise your line is. So I'm using brown because I already used like my powders and everything, so I don't really want to disrupt anything by using a black. So I've never done 3D type makeup before, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I love this pencil because it has this little smudge brush, so I am going to kind of come out and smudge this line a bit to make it look more like a crack, and this way I don't have to go in and use something else. I haven't done like FX makeup or something like that before, I don't have none of those things, so I'm going to use whatever I have, which is lipsticks and makeup products. So I'm just going to take a dark brown eyeshadow. You can use whatever you have, and I'm going to go back in and kind of smudge out this line even further. So for my lips, I'm just going to leave them alone until we're ready to do lipsticks, and then that's when I'll finish the line there. So to really darken up this line and give it a little bit more definition, I'm going to take the black in this BH Cosmetic palette, and I'm still using this little sponge thing, and I'm going into the little, you know, the little curves of it, not the out part, but like when it curves inward, and I'm just going to add a little bit of black in those areas, because that's where the shadow would be the most at, is in those little dipped areas. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my NARS concealer. Okay, I've never done this before, so we're going to give it a try, and I'm going to go where it kind of comes out at and just add a little concealer. This will give it some lightness. This time I'm going with another little detail brush and kind of just blend it out, and then use my finger. Okay, so that's what we got, and I'm just gonna leave it there, let it sit, let it dry. And so we're gonna finish this side of my face really quick. Okay, so I was playing around and I decided I want to do these like cracks into my skin. So I'm gonna do one kind of here where it's coming from like my scalp, and there looks like opened wounds. Now if you have a pencil that's way better sharpened than this, it will look a lot more defined, but mine isn't, so bear with me. I'm gonna clean it up, and I'm gonna do one here on the cheek. Now I have my like scars. I'm going to go into the scars with some white, with a white base. And I have my jumbo pencil from NYX in Milk, but that's not gonna really fit into the small areas. So I'm just gonna take some liquid lipstick from Measurable Difference, and I'm just gonna take a small detail brush, and I'm really gonna get into the small areas. It is looking a little tan, and that's only because I have the foundation and stuff. So while that dries, I'm gonna go into that little sponge that's on this eyeshadow pencil, and I'm going into a dark brown, the same one I used to kind of do the line here, and I'm gonna go and fix my little scar line and then add some shadow, blend it out. So it's kind of like a crack. I don't know. We're doing something, guys. So I kind of practiced on the back of my hand, and this looks a lot better than what's going on here. So I'm gonna go in with a black because I feel like I need to define this line more. So I'm going with this One Sweetie Honeybee eye pencil. It's in black, and I'm really just gonna try to get as close to the scar as I can. So as you can see, it gives it more definition. That's what I was looking for. Gives it a little bit more definition. We're getting somewhere. Our school was not for nothing. So I'm just gonna take that little sponge applicator and kind of blend out that line just a tad bit. So I'm just gonna do the black. I'm gonna do the white first. I like how it kind of looked. It gave me something to kind of work with. Then I'm gonna do the brown and the black on this. So I'm gonna do this one next, and then we'll come in and fill everything in. Okay, so now that our detail cracks are in, this is looking kind of cool. To help blend this out, because as you can see, the edge right here is kind of harsh, I'm going to take some of my foundation powder, and I'm taking this like thin, like angle like brush, and I'm just brushing out those edges just to kind of make them look a little bit more a little bit better, just a little bit more blended. I'm just going to add a little bit of redness to these areas because if there are cracks in your skin, they have to look a little bit redder. So I'm just taking a dark red shade. This is Red Orchard from the Modern Renaissance palette, but you can use any red you have. And I'm just kind of going on the outer parts with this same brush, and I'm blending it out, like I'm tapping but blending it out to make the marks look a little bit more worn. And then you can definitely take another fluffy brush and kind of just blend out some of that redness. We don't want it to be super red, but just a little bit. So before I continue, I want to go in with my bronzer. I'm kind of all over the place because I'm still trying to figure out how to do it, but I am going to go in with my bronzer just a little bit on both sides to kind of bronze up a little bit. On this side, not really a lot of blush because we have the scar right there. So you can always do your blush and stuff first, but I'm okay with not really having blush on this side of my face. For highlight on this side, I'm going to take Opal by Becca. I'm really just going to highlight these little areas of my face. For this area where our marks, I'm going to go back into that Brazil palette, and I'm going to take another detail brush, and I'm going to go into that blue, the lighter blue that we used on our lid, to go ahead and fill in the white. For that look where the sapphire is coming through the skin kind of look. Okay, so now it's time for the fun part. I'm going to take some glitter glue from e.l.f. and I'm going to place that into the scars, and I'm going to take that same glitter that I used on my eyelids and place that inside where the blue is. I thought my camera was filming. The only thing I did was just add a little white to the details. Finished the glitter. I added a Ardell Wispy Lash to this side. And then I added a more glam lash to this side. So real quick, I decided to go in with this black pencil that I use for the scars to outline the crack a little bit more. Smudge it out just a tad bit with that little smudge tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and do mascara on my bottom lashes really quickly. For highlight on this side of my face, I'm gonna take 1675 Glow Up, and I'm also gonna take a blue eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take Glow Up first and apply that on my cheeks here. And this is more of a purple hue. So then I'm gonna take a blue eyeshadow, preferably the one I used on my lid, and go right on top of it to give it more of a blue tone highlighter. Lastly, for lips, I'm gonna do a nude lip on this side and then a glitter lip on this side. So for this side, I'm just gonna take a brown, if I can find it, where is it? A brown lip pencil by NYX. And then we'll take NYX Liquid Suede and Sandstorm. And that is this side done. And for this side, I'm going to take Measurable Difference, and this is the color number 6. This is, I think, Madison. Final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first time doing something kind of 3D, kind of technical for you guys, and I want to try something different since it is Halloween, since it is October. And I hope you guys will click the links down below and check out Love Lierie Instagram page. They are a beauty page and they do little different challenges for different YouTubers, and I hope you guys enjoyed this look. And don't forget to click and subscribe if you are new, and give this video a big thumbs up, and I can't wait to chat with you guys in my next video. Bye guys.